Okay. You ready?
Go ahead.
This afternoon, I'd like to share some interesting things with you. But one of the things I'd like to talk about first was that during it was a church service, and during the church service, some robbers came into the church and they had hoods on. So they said, everybody, I want you to put your jewelry in the floor. So everybody put their jewelry in the floor and they took it. So everybody said, they said, I want you to take all your money out. And everybody took their money out and gave it to the robbers. And then the robbers said, now anybody here don't want to lose their life, I want you to get up here and run out of the church. So half of the people got up and ran out of the church. And when they ran out of the church, the robber took the mask off, and then he said, now that we got rid of all the hypocrites, let's have church. First of all, I want to welcome y'all tonight because I want to talk about something that's very dear to my heart. And one of the things I want to talk about is abuse in the church. We have many people that's going through abusive situations, sexual abuse, physical abuse, and mental abuse in the church, and yet they continue to hide behind the church, hide behind the gospel, and hide behind the word of God. And they're going through these changes, and one of the facts that we do know that many pastors and many church leaders are not equipped to counsel people in the church. And we might say that we're counseling them, but really we're giving spiritual advice. Because we cannot counsel people, for instance, if we're not certified through the American Association of Christian Counseling. And we don't have training in counseling. So these people come into our churches, they join our churches, they've been battered, they've been abused, they've been tramped on, they've been physically abused, mentally abused, and they're in our churches every day hiding behind our churches. Now when we look at some of the facts from the Christian Today magazine quoted that over 6,000 in the Catholic Church priests has been, one of the problems has been that some of the priests have been involved in sexual abuse. And no doubt I believe it's happening in the evangelical church and many of our churches and ministries today. I tell you that, but the way to face this is that we need to get people trained and we need to get people taught how to deal with hurting people. People who have been abused have uncontrolled anger, and that uncontrolled anger spill over into different situations. Case in point, in our city this week we just buried a couple. This couple was going through emotional problems was leading to a divorce, and they was Christians. I have also attended the church because one of my friends is a minister there. And what this guy did, he showed up at his wife's job and he shot her and killed her. We can deal with the situation with the proper training. One of the things I like to say as far as we prepare to close is that if we can just get people trained professionally how to deal with situations that's facing our ministries, then we can really be a help to people. It's important to me myself because I have seen people abused, and having a calling to the gospel ministry, I would like to be able to help somebody should I pastor a church. Not so much always having to send people out, but I am equipped to deal with the situation and deal with those that are within the community of the church so I can help them and be of some kind of assistance to them. I think this is a great topic, and I think we can thoroughly investigate this because we will find that there's a need in our church to deal with anger, uncontrollable anger, physical abuse, mental abuse, and sexual abuse.